Hello everyone. So this is going to be the best recipe you'll ever make for stuffed peppers. Okay, first you need to get your peppers. You cut them with only its little tops, core out the insides and get rid of all that stuff, and wash them off and set them aside in your pan. Then you're going to need a family pack of ground chuck, ground round, hamburger, whatever you want to use. You take one sweet vanilla onion or any other kind of onion you like. You chop it up really little, throw it in here. Salt and pepper everything very well with, kosher salt. I find this stuff works the best and it brings out the most flavor in anything I make. I don't care if it's eggs. It's perfect. And pepper. And then you want to put a half a cup of chili sauce in it. A couple shakes of Worcester sauce. And I always take and add like a third of a can of tomato sauce in there. And then you need 4 cups of rice. What you're going to do is cook the rice first and salt and pepper it and let it cool, because you don't want to put it in there hot because it's disgusting, trust me. And then you're going to take and add this into the mixture. I've already went through and added everything except for the rice because I gotta put some gloves on here, and then we're going to mix this mixture up very well. Alright, I guess I will show you how I do it. I usually use my hands, but it's so gross and I really don't like to touch meat. It kind of really wigs me out. And you want to mix the rice in, evenly. I guess this one. So you want to pick out a of it. It's easier if you just put your gloves on, like what I should do. And since my movie maker and my Sony Vegas and all them programs slow my computer down to a snail's crawl, these are all, it's going to be unedited. So, alright, so we want to mix it up very well. Get the rice incorporated into the meats and the onions and the sauce. And the reason that I add the chili sauce and the tomato sauce is because it helps keep the hamburger moist and keep it from getting dry and tasting like shit, basically. Okay? So then you're going to take your peppers and you want to add a little bit of sauce down in the pepper, and then you just stuff it. And you stuff it very well. I pack it in there really, really good and tight. And I usually make it a muffin top up here, because that gets nice and crunchy, not crunchy, but brown, and that's a good thing. It tastes yummy. Okay, so you do it like this. Put it in the pan and put that little lid on it. And put a little bit of sauce in. Stuffer. I think I just broke this pepper a bit. That's alright. It's not going to matter. Trust me, they love these. And they will eat them no matter what. They fight over them. kids, that is. Alright, so there's a nice pretty one. Set it in your pan. So, I don't know, I was looking at all the recipes out there to see what other people do to peppers, and I thought, you know, some of them are so disgusting. It's like, there's so many steps. It's like, give me a break. You don't have to pre-cook the onion. I mean, what the hell is the... Why do that? You want the flavor, right? So, I just chop it up, put it in there. And, plus the oldest son, he does not like onions. So I have to disguise them. That was pretty. And then what I do with the, the leftover, I make meatballs with it and stick them in there. Because the oldest one, he never eats the pepper either, but he likes the flavor. So, I think we might just have enough here and not be able to make my usual little balls afterwards. Yeah, these are looking good. Let's see. One goes in there. One more. Yeah, gonna add a little bit. We might have enough to make one little meatball. I usually make a loaf-like, but and actually it works a lot better when you use ground round. That way the grease doesn't pool, because the way I do them, you don't want to have all that grease. So, the remainder, yep, just enough for one. And they'll probably fight over who gets to eat it too. Stick it in the pan. Get rid of these. Yeah. Alright, that's done. And this is usually how they look. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take a couple cans of tomato sauce. See, the store was out of the big ones. I usually get big ones like this. 1 can of tomato puree. Trust me, you want 1 can of puree, and then 2 big cans or 4 of these of regular tomato sauce. Now I'm going to open these up and I'm going to come back. Alright, so we got this cans open. So you're going to pour the sauce all over everything. Always put a little bit of puree on the tops all the time. And then add more sauce like so around them. You don't want to cover them totally because that's icky. And then I take I got like a half a cup of mozzarella and I just top it, you know, put that on top all over. Alright, so you pour the puree a little bit on each pepper, you add the sauce all the way around, and then you take the cheese, mozzarella, and you put that, top it on top of them. And that's just, it adds some flavor. Okay, Plus the kids like it. And then I always take and do one last little shot of salt and pepper over the whole thing. That way the sauce gets done. And then I take a little bit of chili sauce and put that on top too. Just like I'm doing. I mean, there's no, you don't have to do it in this order, you know. And then what I do with the rest, so that, you know, the chili sauce don't all go to waste, I add a little bit of water, shake it up, and I just pour that in there too, like so. Preheat your oven, 350, cover it, put it in there for an hour and about 15 minutes. And then we shall be back, and I will show you the finished dinner, and probably Sam will do a taste test. Okay? Alright, so it has been cooking for an hour and a half, and this is the finished product. It's very yummy. The reason you want to put the puree in is because it makes great gravy, and the flavor is outstanding. So, any questions, just ask. Hope you enjoy.